Hi students, welcome to my channel. Today I am discussing about amino acids. Actually it is starting with the proteins in textbook. Proteins meaning primary importance. Actually it is a Greek word proteos. Its meaning primary importance. Actually, it is Greek god. It means his name Proteus. According to him, they are giving the first importance. That's what is called proteins based on the Proteus. Spelling is like this: E. Next, these proteins are a polymer of alpha amino acids. It means protein on hydrolysis it gives alpha amino acids. Therefore, these proteins are a polymer of alpha amino acid. This is a very important point. Alpha amino acids. Next point. What are the chief sources of these proteins? These are present in pulses, peanuts, milk, cheese, meat, fish, etc. And to maintain our body and to function a proper way of our body, these are very important, these proteins. Next, based on that, this amino acid, it means proteins on hydrolysis we will get the alpha amino acids, or a polymer of alpha amino acids known as the proteins. So main important topic now I am discussing about the amino acids. Later we will discuss the structure of proteins separately. So now amino acids, actually these are naturally occurring amino acids are 20 amino acids. These are essential, non-essential separately divided. So nearly 700 non-protein amino acids also there. These are generally involved in protein preparation, but 700 non-protein amino acids also identified, but generally these are involved in protein preparation. It means alpha amino acids these are maybe any other also, but these are non-protein amino acids. Now these amino acids are colorless and crystalline solid. Due to this crystalline solid, it has high melting point, and these are relatively soluble in water. Because it has polar nature. Due to this polar nature, it is relatively soluble in water, but at zwitterion form, its solubility relatively very less. Next, these amino acids name reflect due to their properties or due to its source. These are having a common name or tribal name. For example, glycine. Glycine is one of the amino acids. Glycose meaning sweet in Greek. Glycose meaning sweet. Next, tyrosine. Tyrosine means cheese. That's why based on their source or properties, their tribal name are given, and these amino acids are represented with a three-letter symbol or a single letter symbol. For example, glycine, it is represented with the GLY. Single letter, it is represented with the G. So these amino acids are represented with the three-letter symbol or single-letter symbol. Generally, maximum we are using the three-letter symbol. Rarely we are using the single-letter symbol. But nowadays, in the NEET and JEE means exam, there is a more important to us based on the amino acids, and not only in JEE NEET, in higher competitive exams like CSR exam or any other competitive exam, there is a most important topic is amino acids, because it's based on the remembering. So remembering questions are very important, because if you remember then only you will answer, otherwise it is difficult. Next, its classification, amino acid classification. Actually, what is the amino acid first? Amino acid means it has amine group and carboxylic acid group. A organic compound which has amine and carboxylic group, that is amino acid. Amine group will be there and acid group will be there. So this amino acid combined to form these proteins. Proteins are most abundant biomolecule in living system. Next one, that classification of amino acid based on the position of amine group with respect to carboxylic acid. One is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, omega amino acid. Alpha amino acid means a general structure of amino acid is NH2 CHRCOOH. This is compulsory. This R group will be changed, the name of the amino acid also will be changed. So now, otherwise we can write this R here also, there is no problem here. You can write R like this and NH2 like this. Anyway, there is no problem here. So now, RCHNH2COOH. This is the main functional group, first priority group. And the next one is alpha position, that is alpha amino acid. If it is represented like this, RCHNH2CH2COOH, this main functional group, this is alpha, this is a beta, that's what is beta amino acid. Next one, RCHNH2CH2CH2CH2COOH. This is the main functional group. This is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma. That's what is gamma amino acid. Next, one more carbon increase, that is CHNH2, CH2, 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 COOH. Alpha, beta, gamma, this is delta. One more carbon increase, then you will get the omega amino acids. This is useful generally giving in common names. Next one, these amino acids are classified into mainly two types based on their abundance in our body. So, which are prepared in our body, that is non-essential amino acid and not required in our diet, that is non-essential amino acids. So, based on their abundance in our body, that is called essential and non-essential amino acids, which can be synthesized in our body, that is non-essential amino acid, which cannot be synthesized in our body, that should be taken through our diet, that is called essential amino acids. So now in that classification I am discussing first about the essential amino acid. AA meaning here amino acid. These are 10 essential amino acids. So these are, I will write here, one is methionine, phenylalanine, next isoleucine, next leucine, methionine, phenylalanine, and lysine, next threonine, next tryptophan, next valine, arginine, and histidine. In some books it is given histidine generally required for only children, not for adults. That's why for adults only 9 amino acids are essential, because it is already we can synthesize in our body, and totally it is for children and overall it is considered as 10 are essential amino acid, which is these are not prepared in our body, which is taken through in our diet. That's why these are called essential amino acids. These are important for 1 mark question for board level, and for competitive exam level also these are very important, because the question how they will ask, which of the following is essential amino acid. They may give the question here. One is methionine, I am writing with the one letter. Next valine, next histidine, and next D, all. That time all is the question, that is the answer, D option. If the same question, which of the following is essential amino acid, that time option is, if it is serine, next B, glutamic acid, next C, proline, next D, for example it may be given leucine or lysine considered, then that answer is this one. So how to identify this essential non-essential amino acid, you have to remember, otherwise any other shortcut tricks, if you arrange the all letters together then you will get the one shortcut, that is different, depend upon the person to person, the shortcut will be different. That's why that is your choice how to remember. So I remember in my own way, that is different, uh, but you can try your own how to remember. So next one, non-essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids. Other than this 10 remaining are non-essential amino acids. So no need to remember. That's why try to remember only essential amino acids. Other than this essential amino acids, all are non-essential amino acids, because total 21 is there. 10 belongs to essential, remaining 10 belongs to non-essential amino acids. So remaining are the 10 non-essential amino acids that I will not remember, because I remember only this 10. So other than these 10, remaining are all non-essential amino acids. For example, glycine, alanine, next serine, next proline, next tyrosine, serine already told you, cysteine, glutamine, all these are non-essential amino acids. So no need to remember, but in examination purpose, sometimes they will ask, give some example for board level, that time it is essential. For competitive exam there is no importance to remember, but for board level, what is non-essential amino acid, give 1 or 2 example, that time it is compulsory. So already given 1 or 2 examples, serine, glutamine, proline, and threonine, next alanine, like is given. So 1 or 2. So first 2 example you can remember, glycine, alanine, it is enough. Next, these are also classified based on their nature, that is acidic amino acid. Now AA, acidic amino acid, basic amino acid, and neutral amino acid. So it is very important nowadays. They are concentrating on this topic to NEET level and JEE mains level. Which of the following, or how many in numerical based question also they may ask. In total, uh, 20 amino acid, how many acidic amino acid, how many basic amino acid, how many non it means neutral amino acid. So acidic amino acids are only two. One is glutamic acid. If you want glutamic acid, structure is COO, COH, CH2, CH2, CH, NH2, COOH. Already I told you that this is a general structure of otherwise you can write here NH2, here R. So this is a general basic structure of amino acid. So here already represented COH, COH, CH, CH, NH2, NH2. This is R group here. In books, if you observe, already in NCERT textbook, if you observe, this is already separately given. Only R group is given in the textbook. So this R group you have to add to this one. Then totally this is a complete structure of glutamic acid. And one more is aspartic acid. Another is aspartic acid. Aspartic acid structure is only small difference. CH2, CH, NH2, COOH. How to remember here? In glutamic acid, 2 CH2 groups are there, methylene group. In aspartic acid, 1 CH2 group extra is there. Remaining part is same is there. So 1 extra CH2 will be there in the glutamic acid. Only 2 amino acids are acidic. Keep in mind only 2. And basic amino acid. Basic acidic amino acid mean what is that? COH group how many are there? 2. NH2 group how many are? This is basic nature, these are acidic nature. So number of COOH groups are greater than number of NH2 group. If you observe here also this one COOH and here one COOH. Amino group is only one is there. So acidic amino acid means number of COOH groups are greater than the number of amino group. Basic amino acids. In basic amino acids, number of NH2 groups are greater than number of COOH. These are generally 3, only 3. So what are that? One is arginine, arginine structure is NH double bond C NH2. Next NH CH2 taken 3 CHNH2 COOH. How many amine groups are there? 1, 2, 3. This imine group. This imine, these are secondary amine, primary amine, primary amine. So number of NH, it means nitrogen group increases, then basic nature also increases. One is arginine, another one is lysine also is there. So lysine is NH2 CH2 taken here 3 mean here you can remember 4 COOH, sorry not COOH, CH R means that is NH2 COOH. So here 2 NH2 groups are there, 1 COOH group is there. That's why amine groups are more than this COOH group. That's why this is lysine. This is arginine, this is lysine. Next another one, that is histidine. I will write here. Histidine. Histidine is one of the heterocyclic compound. In this, its structure is given like this. Here one nitrogen and next double bond also is there. Instead of this one double bond we can write here double bond, single bond, double bond. So here not that. I think double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. Next, but whatever, that is only the correct first one. NH. Next, nitrogen, double bond. Here CH2, CH, NH2, COOH. If any small mistake there, you just check. So this is histidine structure. In this histidine structure, one thing you have to observe, this part is aromatic. This is like pyrrole type structure, but one more extra nitrogen is there here. Sometimes they may ask the question here, in this histidine part, how many nitrogens are in basic nature? Here how many NH2 groups are there? 1, and this nitrogen groups 1, 2, 3. So this nitrogen is basic nature, this nitrogen is less basic in nature, because this lone pair participate in delocalization, but this nitrogen lone pair do not participate in the delocalization. That's why that nitrogen is more basic, because available of lone pair to donate the other electron deficient group. That's why this nitrogen is more basic, this nitrogen is less basic, this is also more basic nature. So like this question also they may ask. And this is heterocyclic one. Histidine is generally required for children's. So other than that, one more, total how many are there? Arginine, lysine and histidine. Only 3 are basic in nature. Next, it means neutral amino acid. Total how many amino acids are there? 10 and 10. It means 10 is essential, 10 is non-essential. 10 plus 10, 20. Here already given here 2 plus 3. Total 5. Other than this 5, remaining are neutral amino acid. So remembering part is very easy. 2 is glutamic acid, aspartic acid, and basic amino acid is arginine, lysine, histidine. If you want to remember like this, also remember HAL. Histidine, arginine, lysine. Okay, and these are in the name only. Acid what is there? Glutamic acid and aspartic acid. These are easy to remember. Other than remaining, all 15 are neutral amino acids. For example, glycine and alanine, serine, methionine, proline, all these. But you may get some questions. For example, in acidic amino acid, if you observe, serine has hydroxy groups, and cysteine has thiol group, that is SH group, and one more is tyrosine has phenolic group. So phenolic group also we discussed, that is a acidic nature in the organic chemistry, you know that, and thiol also having acidic nature, and OH group also having somewhat acidic nature, but they are not considered. This is I am asking the question, why they are not considered as a acidic amino acid. So once read the organic chemistry and get the conclusion why they are not considered as a acidic amino acid. If you consider the in basic amino acid, so few example I will give here. One is glutamine. In glutamine is amide bond is there. Next asparagine, in that also amide bond is there. And next tryptophan, in that imidazole group is there. And next proline, in that also one of the secondary amine group is there. So these are also not considered as a basic amino acid. That also you have to get the conclusion from the amine chapter, organic chemistry, and remaining are non-neutral amino acids. Now these amino acids are maybe exist in dipolar ion. Actually this amino acid carboxylic part, carboxylic group lost proton, it means deprotonate, and immediately this amine group of the same carboxylic acid, it means that amino acid will get the protonate and it exists as a Zwitter ion. For example, this is a NH2 and CHRCOOH. In aqueous solution, this carboxylic acid lost the proton and this will be protonated to here because it has lone pair, and here NH3 plus CHRCOO minus. So a dipolar ion is known as zwitterion. Zwitter meaning that is hybrid. In German, Zwitter meaning hybrid. So this zwitterion can exist in acidic medium and basic medium in different form. So now I am writing in acidic medium H plus. To this zwitterion, if you add H plus, then what will happen? This negative part take the H plus and convert into NH3 plus CHRCOOH. In basic medium, it also will ask in the biology also, and OH, this basic medium. This OH minus take the proton from this NH3 plus, then it will be NH2 and CHRCOO minus. So sometimes they may ask the question here, in basic medium zwitterion exists in anionic part or cationic part? Then this is anionic part. In acidic medium, this will be exist as a cationic part. So for remembering purpose, this dipolar ion H plus is acidic medium in positive charge H plus, then it will be cation. This will be negative part, that's what is anionic part. Next, these amino acids are exist in D and L form. It means already discussed in the carbohydrate chapter. If you give the numbering from the top to bottom, the highest number chiral carbon on that in Fischer reaction, right side more electronegative group, that is D, dextro. If more electronegative group, left side, that is LIGO. For example, I am drawing this one, general form of this amino acid here, NH2H. This one, RCH, RCH, NH2, NH2, COH, COH. So now this amine is, it means nitrogen is more electron than the hydrogen. That's why this is called L amino acid. So if you want, this is R amino acid, mean like this, R, and this will be H, and this will be NH2. This is D amino acids. But generally you can observe in carbohydrates, naturally occurring all carbohydrates are D series. In amino acids, not naturally occurring all amino acids are L series. So without remembering any ones, the simple direct one, all naturally occurring amino acids are L series, all naturally occurring carbohydrates are D series. But I am not discussing about the optical activity, small d, small l I am not discussing here. Relative configuration only I am discussing here. Capital L is relative configuration, capital E is relative configuration only. So thank you very much.